I'm Farah and I am on a mission to find the most interesting properties on sale on Zoopla right now. And I'm here with Toby from TLC. Are you able to show me a house?
I am, yeah. A very interesting one today. This is called the Prince of Philbeach, we've labelled it. This is Philbeach Communal Gardens with a grass tennis court, an adventure playground, about 4.5 acres for your children to play in every day. And you can actually enter this apartment straight from the garden, which is a very unique factor in London.
Amazing, I'm excited. Let's have a look.
Let's do it.
Thank you.
So not only do you have a communal garden directly off your living room, but you also have this private patio area. It's quite a sun trap.
Yeah.
And this is a street that wraps around a crescent. It's southwest facing here, so you get all the sunlight all through the morning and pretty much to mid-afternoon. It's a lovely family space. You've got the kitchen offset here. I love this little feature, actually. You can see all the children and grandchildren who've grown up during the years, and this family've owned this place for about 25 years, so now they're giving another family an opportunity to grow within.
That's so lovely. That's really cute. I love that. I love that someone kept going all the way right up until they were that tall as well.
Actually, the man who owns it is a very tall gentleman, so yeah.
That is a nice fireplace. Look at that.
And you can shut those doors off in the evening if you want a little bit more privacy and a bit of a cuddle in the evening.
What's the square footage of this?
It's a bit shade under 3,000 square feet in total, including the outside space here as well. It's got 5 bedrooms downstairs, big double drawing room, 2 mini bathrooms.
Is there such a thing as too many bathrooms?
They've made use of every little nook and space in this apartment. You've got a charming little piano room
for
your
piano
child
balcony.
yeah.
Wow.
Great big space.
This is huge.
They used to have an extra bedroom here, but they've made this the ensuite to this room. It's kind of in 3 parts, and you've got this lovely space filled with light. So this is a space that the owner about 10, 11 years ago excavated, and this is, you might see already, we're underneath the patio, so it's very unusual. He calls this his cinema room because there's a drop down here and he puts the sofas out. But we thought it would be a lovely dressing room, you know, a lovely
yoga studio.
Playroom.
Yeah.
You know, it would work well as a, you know, if you've got a newly born child, you know, to have a little playroom. You've got another really good sized bedroom, probably the second bedroom I'd call it. And this goes through to one of quite a few vault spaces.
It's like a warren down here.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. A third or a fourth bedroom. Nicely tucked in bed here, and then you've got some storage underneath the stairs. You've got your own separate door here. Got loads of storage underneath there, and then a little kitchenette and a shower room here.
Oh wow, it really is like a little self-contained flat almost.
Yeah, a little studio apartment.
So, Toby, why is this called the Prince of Philbeach then?
I like to have fun with marketing. I mean, we don't give all properties a label, but I think this one was really such a special property. You know, we love Philbeach Gardens every year. Actually, on the 13th of June this year, we have our summer party, and we've been doing them for the last 15, 20 years. It's a really lovely community in Philbeach Gardens. Bit of a secret, actually. You're kind of almost the furthest west you can get in Kensington and Chelsea. Philbeach Gardens runs off the Warwick Road back on itself, so it's a very quiet one-way street. But coming off the Warwick Road, you just never know that this communal garden was there.
Toby, tell me more about this garden. I'm so excited.
Well, it's very special. I think one of the most special things is that most garden squares are actually access off a road, whereas this one, as you can see, all the buildings encase the garden. And so if you have young children, you can just let them run free out here and not have a massive worry that they're going to escape anywhere. There's a grass tennis court in the summer. Literally this week, they're going to start putting the netting round here. Iron it all down for Wimbledon ready, and there's not it's not a really sort of formal booking system here. There's a sheet on the gate, on the nets, and you can basically get a court any time. So you've got, you know, lots of little pockets everywhere that you can just have your own part of the garden. There's a sand pit over there as well.
Oh my gosh, I would have been completely nuts about this as a kid if I lived here.
Yeah,
This is
and
crazy.
yeah, as I say, it's perfectly safe. You've got a gate there, one corner, and you know, let your kids just be here.
Who do you think is going to be the person that takes this property then?
Well, romantic. I would love it to go to a young family. You know, it's got plenty of rooms, and so if you've got 2, 3, even 4 children, you know, with mother-in-laws coming as well, it's a perfect place for a family to grow into. Who knows though? You know, sometimes we market things with a very specific buyer, and I remember selling a 1-bedroom flat. Maybe we'll sell it to a vicar. There's actually a lovely church, a Grade 1 listed church just here called Philbeach Gardens. My son was just christened in, and that's a lovely community in itself. But Yeah, I would say if I'm a betting man, it would be a young family whose children go to one of the great schools around here.
If you've been wondering what 2.5 million would get you on one of the most iconic streets in the UK's capital, now you know. And make sure you're subscribed and following along to see all the other properties that we'll be visiting from Zoopla. But for now, I think I'm just going to go off and practice my serve. See you.